You know what I mean? So there's an importance put on the interior part of the pocket.
Yeah, and then you was talking about Will Levis there too, and he like something that was bragged about him last year is like his checks at the line and his protection. Now that teamed up with Bill Callahan and how he's going to be, MPF could be possibly a right tackle for us, but how strong is Will Levis's arm for us? Because like we've seen him like just flick the ball down the field at flick of a wrist. We haven't seen him do that QB where they take that step in and then that full body comes behind and they hunk it down the field. We ain't seen that from Will Levis, and we've seen some throws. So like, how truly strong is Will Levis's arm?
Yeah, I'll put it right up there with anybody's arm in the league, to be honest with you. And, I feel that his arm is really strong. And a couple throws come to mind. Obviously, the one to RJ, your guy, Nick Westbrook and Kenny in the Falcons game. I mean, look, man, like you're rolling this way and you're throwing the ball. Yeah, it only traveled yards this way, like 50 or so yards, but it went from this side of the field to that opposite corner end zone. So we're talking about like 75 yards just going. That throw right there. And then if you remember the Steelers game where it was actually that fourth down throw. And I think it was Burks that ran the outbreaking route, but he dropped back and he kind of slid to his left in the pocket and he just a quick dart. And that thing was like, and then went right there to Burks and he caught it. For I think it was like a 14-yard game, like darn near in the Steelers end zone. And the thing that I loved about it that was extra dope is it came right after they played Renegade. I thought that was like the dopest thing. You know what I mean? Like it told me, like, yo, this dude, like he got the, the huevos. You know what I mean? To make a play like that coming off of that moment, because in Pittsburgh they play that defense is hype. Man, it shut the crowd down quick.
Yeah, that's one thing I really really like. That's when I knew like Webb was just gonna be good, man. Because when I seen that moment, how they were jumping out in the air and this, that, and the other, and he just made a throw between two Steeler defenders and a catch first down. Like it was like, yeah, you don't see that from normal rookie quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? There's only a few that's doing that. Like,
that was a dope play.
Yeah, and to see that fire and fight in Will Levis's eyes continuous, like we haven't seen that since Steve McNair. It's kind of the things we asked from Mariota, then we asked for Tannehill to kind of have this talent, and he didn't have it. So seeing Will Levis come out there, and even like during the year where he got on a D-hop a little bit, that was still good to see, because so many times in the past years we've seen QBs just come off the field like, it's okay, guys, we'll get it next time. And no, we need, sometimes you got to get in somebody's ass like, hey, no, we expect excellence. We're trying to get shit done. Execute, we practice it.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt about it, man.
No, what was I about to say? Go ahead. Oh, go ahead. Oh, no, I'm going to say, so we can get away from football for like a couple seconds. How you feel about the new stadium, man?
Yeah, look, man, I'm excited about it because I know that's going to bring other events here. I'm a Nashville native now, man. Like this is my city. So the more events here, the better. Obviously, the goal is to have a Super Bowl here. I can't wait to see when that happens. You got WrestleMania, Final Four, all of that good stuff. And I actually just drove by where they're building it now. It's a little congested. You got to change things. Because I like to go and park near there and go on the bridge and just, sit on the pedestrian bridge, smoke a cigar, or just relax. Like, it's peaceful to me, especially on a nice day. So you can't do that as easily now because the parking is taken up. But, yeah, man, I'm excited about the new stadium for sure.
Yeah, Teddy got a couple more questions in the chat, man.
We can run through whatever.
Yeah, most definitely, man. So, the first question is from my guy Rashad. Shout out to you, brother. TD, does Aaron Rodgers retire and move Big Jeff to number one defensive tackle in the league, or should motivate him to be?
It should motivate him to be. Honestly, regardless, he should be motivated to be the top one. But look, like we talked about being a fan and being objective. I'm as big a Jeffrey Simmons fan as most. But Chris Jones, I mean, you can't really go against Chris Jones. Dexter Lawrence, an argument could be made. I'll entertain it. I'm not really going to agree with it, but I'll entertain it. You got some who will say Quentin Williams. That's another one. I'll entertain it. Even you look at Justin Matabuke. He had 13 sacks last year, so you got to put him in the mix. And that's what I'm saying about this league, right? where the importance on the interior part of the, whether it's D-line or guard, center, like it's important because there's so many more guys coming along, right? And Christian Wilkins, you put him in the mix, right? You could name a bunch of them.
Yeah, you got some grown men playing on that interior defense, so you got to have some grown men that can block them.
And the thing is with guard too, like it's harder to hide guard. You know what I mean? Because everything is so sudden. And yeah, your center could help out a bit. That is true. Just like the guard helps out the tackle, but it's just harder to hide a guard than it is the tackle. And when stuff goes wrong from your interior, the sacks happen quickly. The pressure happens quickly.
Yeah, most definitely. We got Lewis Rich in the building, man. Shout out to Lewis. What is the surprise player / position you can see us taking at 7, if not wide receiver or offensive tackle? Mitchell Turner.
Yeah, I think that surprise position we talked about earlier, Brock Bowers, is the surprise that I could see them going. So that would be the one for me. Mitchell, so he's talking about Quinyon Mitchell, I would imagine, the corner, who, in my opinion, he's the best corner in this draft. People will argue Nate Wiggins, and I'll entertain it. Wiggins is a little more athletic. I think Mitchell is stronger, but and then you got Terry and Arnold is another one that will be in the conversation. But yeah, I think Mitchell's the best. I don't know about 7. I probably wouldn't go that route.
Right. Okay, we got Mon in the building, man. Shout out to my boy Mon, man. Thank you for watching us tonight, man. Y'all go make sure y'all check out his podcast as well, man. You can go on his show. He posts all his content up there, man. Great dude, by the way. He says, is there any edge coming out in the draft that we could pick up in the later rounds?
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how late you're talking. I think if you look at 106, Adisa Bakari, excuse me, that's an agent. Adisa Isaac is the guy who out of Penn State. That's another, if you like to watch film, that's a fun defense to watch because you got Isaac and Chop. Then you got they have 3 really good DBs, Kellen King. They got a bunch of, so you got those guys, but mainly Isaac. He's someone that I think he's not like the super twitchy type of pass rush or anything like that, but he's angular. He's able to turn the corner well. He has the full toolbox. He's like an advanced pass rusher. He was one of the guys that Olu Fashanu, or Fashanu, however you pronounce his name. He has said that, going against Isaac as well as Chop really helped him develop as a pass protector. So, yeah, I mean, that's a guy later. I'm trying to think of, I mean, there's a few. You look at Kansas State, they have a guy who will be like a developmental one. There's a few, but I think if I had to name one, it would be Isaac. That would be the one I would look at.
All right, so we're gonna knock out 2 birds with 1 stone here, because my guy Allen, he's got questions about getting Big Jeff some help, and my guy Pastor Williams, man, y'all shout out to Pastor Williams, man. Make sure you go on his page as well. Turn him up, man. Pastor doing great things in the community as well, man. Yeah. So they pretty much asking about Big Jeff getting them some help, and also
Vondre Sweat.
Yeah. I'm about to slaughter the shit out that man name. But yeah, what do you think about him in the 2nd round and getting Big Jeff some help?
Yeah, it's funny. So I talked to Sweat a little bit after media availability at the Senior Bowl, and he was telling me how he watched Jeffrey Simmons, a lot of him, because he likes Simmons' hand usage.